foremost is avoid using contractions. Do we guys know what are contractions? When we say, I'm gonna do this, you got to do this, gotta, gonna, we cannot use such kind of contractions. So when we say, I don't think that, I don't. So that is for non-academic. For academic, I would recommend please write properly, I do not think. Okay, can you see the sentence which is given right in front of you? I do not think that I'm working hard. For example, you can't say can't, have, a sign and VE. You cannot do that. Couldn't, can't. Vathir, can you please tell me that is it correct
Hello, ma'am.
when we write hi, very good evening? Can we say cannot separately? Generally, people write can and not separately. Is it
No,
okay?
no. They should be a single word
Yeah, they
together.
should be aligned. It's cannot, one word. Okay? So you have to note that. Now, next is, can you see this example? EX and DEPT. Can we see this? I hope it's clearly visible,
Yes,
quite
yes.
evident to you guys. Example,
Yes.
and, ampersand. We cannot use ampersand for and. Normally, we have the tendency to do it, but we need to avoid that. DEPT, EX, no, you need to write them correctly. Now, this is the crux
Excuse
of
me,
the
ma'am.
story. Wait, hi, wait. Allow me a moment, Mohit. I am doing this. Can you all see this? Okay.
ما تقلعوه ده المقلع ده.
Yeah. Can we see this? What do you understand by colloquial language? Any idea?
Layman language.
Lang.
Yeah, so you cannot afford to use slang or casual language. Please write down the
Yeah.
meaning of colloquial. Okay? You cannot use casual or, slang words. I'm gonna do this, stuff like that, stuff. We normally say it in spoken English, right? Stuff. No. Okay? No idiomatic expressions. No idioms, that means. Idioms means muhavre in Hindi, right? So we cannot use idiomatic expressions. No phrasal verbs. Oh, we'll catch up in the meeting tomorrow. We'll catch up. No. So I used we. Can we use we? Avoid impersonal language. This is termed as impersonal language. We observed that. It is commonly observed. Do you get my point? If we are saying we observed this is wrong. It was observed that. It's correct. So you should know that we have to emphasize more on passive structures. We are not supposed to use impersonal language. We are not supposed to use personal pronouns like I, we. Limit the usage of that. When you have to write your opinion, in that case you can, but not in a generic manner. Okay? No contractions, as I stated. You will not write it apostrophe and then L. No. Double L. No. It's. No. By the way, what is the difference between IT apostrophe S, it's, and ITS? Anybody? ITS and IT apostrophe S. What is the difference between these two words?
Describe something.
IT apostrophe S refers to the
One
position.
by one, you can ask, you can raise your hand. Gauri, okay, you first.
So ITS, it's is used to describe something like in like it's an adjective. No, so not an like not an adjective, as in like its color is this. So
Okay.
yeah, and the
Possession,
other
you're talking about possession?
yeah, a possession or possession or something. No, wait.
Let me tell you
It, the
guys.
other
Let me
the
tell you.
other one is the other one is for belonging or possession. The apostrophe one. No, 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 no. Wait. Sorry, I'm getting confused.
Yeah, you are confused. Let me just clear this up. Vathir, would you be able to?
The one with the apostrophe is for the possession,
Hmm.
to refer that something belongs to this,
You both are
to
wrong.
the it,
You
I
both are
mean.
wrong. Sorry to interject,
Okay,
but you both are wrong.
okay,
The one with apostrophe, it apostrophe s, that means it is or it has.
okay.
When we say it's been raining heavily, it's been pouring. So that means it is or it has been pouring. Okay, for apostrophe. But when it is its, no comma in between, no apostrophe in between, that is what? Possession. That denotes possession. The cat licked its paws. The cat licked its tail. Its tail. You get the point? Its means possession, and it apostrophe s means it is or it has. So there is significant difference between the two, and we need to use them in a vigil manner. You need to be really cautious about it. We cannot make silly mistakes. Can you now observe? It's written it's and equal to it is. The answer was right in front of you on your left, fourth number. Can you guys see this?
Yes,
It
ma'am.
apostrophe s. The answer was right there in front of you. Okay?
Right, right, right.
So from now onwards, keep these things in mind because you can really goof up if you do not keep important things in mind. Right?
Ma'am, could you share the slide with
Yeah,
us?
yeah, yeah. You're going to get all the documents today itself.
All right,
Okay?
all right. Thank
Now,
you.
no questions. We have a tendency normally, if I can quickly recall the childhood days, what used to happen while we used to write an essay, we used to write questions in between. Do you think our women are still empowered? Blah, blah. No, we're not supposed to do it here. Another point, you're not supposed to write bullet pointers at all. This is an essay, you're supposed to write this in paragraphs. And no indentation. I hope you know indentation, like you are shifting it to the right. No. Once the paragraph is done, you write the next paragraph on the right. No indentation. Nothing needed. No personal adverbs. You know what are personal adverbs? What are adverbs, by the way? Any idea about adverbs? Vathir, can you please shed some light on adverbs? No? That's pretty okay. Gauri, would you like to speak adverbs? About adverbs?
Sorry,
So,
ma'am, I was away.
Okay. Oh, both of them left. No, Vathir is here. Vathir? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Tell me, what are adverbs?
Um, Adverbs like mm,
Adverb is a combination of
um,
adjective and verb.
yes,
Isn't it?
yeah,
Can't we see add
yeah,
verb? It's a combination of
yeah,
adjective and verb. That means it defines adjective and a verb. Let's say
yeah.
I am
Like
saying,
luckily.
yeah, let me complete, please. Let's say I am
Okay.
speaking, right? So if I mention that I am speaking fluently, so how am I speaking? I am speaking fluently. So it is denoting how that verb is being done. I am speaking fluently. The fluently is the adverb. So it is defining what? It is defining a verb. How a verb is being done. Likewise, if I say, if I take an example of, let's say, adjective. Divyanshu is a boy. Huh? Boy के आगे there's a dash. Divyanshu is a smart boy, handsome boy, whatever you want to say. Smart becomes what? Adjective. Boy is a noun. Now I have to tell how smart Divyanshu is. So what will I say? Divyanshu is a really smart boy. Now that really is what? An adverb. So it is telling the degree of the adjective. You get the point? So how smart somebody is, how beautiful someone is. So when you say that she is a beautiful lady, so you can say she is a really beautiful lady, extremely beautiful lady. Get this? So adverbs are such words. Can you see now personal adverbs? Now you can relate. Surprisingly, fortunately, we cannot use personal adverbs. We need to limit them. Okay? See, however, we utilize that in our daily lives when we communicate with others, but not in the writing part. No vague language when we say and so on, etc. By the way, it is not etc. It's etc. ETCETRA. You can write down the spelling. Write down the spelling of this word if you are not aware. Some people say etc. Some people say etc. It's ETCETRA, etc. Hope I'm audible to you guys, right? And you understood the spelling too. Now, no
Yes, ma'am.
repetition of words, guys. No repetition of words. Avoid that. When I'm saying repetition, that means, vocabulary repetition. When you are writing give, we can say provide, we can say render. So there are different options. If you want to say that she was really happy, she was quite elated, she was overjoyed, she was jubilant. We know this word jubilant. 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 She was elated. 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 Now, here you can't say she was over the moon, she was in the seventh heaven, she was on cloud nine. These are idiomatic expressions. And I told you clearly that in the writing part, we are not supposed to use idiomatic expressions. Crystal clear, guys? Okay. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
no basic language. Like, you can use, for example, this is one of the important things. This is one of the important parameters. This is one of the important factors. Now, another prominent mistake is when you guys say one of the, she is one of my friend. This is wrong English. She is one of my friends. And you will realize when you write this phrase, you generally mess up. It's not that you are intentionally doing it, but we are in that habit, and old habits die hard, right? So we need to be quite meticulous whenever we are writing, one of the important factor. So one of the important factors, s, in the end. Out of those friends, it is one of your friend whom you like the most. So that would be plural, one of the factors. Okay. Now, lots of. See, I give this disclaimer to my students in the inception of the class itself. Please do not say lots of, avoid that. Because it is again another prominent word, another prominent phrase. Lots of things, significant amount of, considerable amount of, substantial amount of. So these kind of phrases should be handy with you. It should be right here in your cache memory. not in your main memory. Okay? Now, when you want to say, I want to get good score in IELTS, come on, get is basic. Can't we say, I want to
Actually,
obtain good score in IELTS? Obtain. Does it sound better? Yes, it does. It is very hard. It's very difficult. Hard is something casual English. Likewise, I say it's quite challenging. Does it sound better when you say it's quite challenging? Correct?
yes.
It's good and bad. We can say positive and negative. Likewise, I guide students whenever they say advantage, disadvantage. I told this to you guys as well yesterday that we can use merits, demerits, we can use benefits, drawbacks, we can use benefits and setbacks, right? Have you guys heard of this word setback? Yes, major setback was this, right? setback, setback. Now, please avoid using words like amazing, wonderful. These words, are quite handy thanks to the, world of digitization. Instagram, Facebook, we use amazing picture, wonderful picture, lovely picture. Please avoid. Okay, we are not supposed to incorporate such kind of words in our writing. You can say important, you can say pivotal, you can say pertinent, you can say indispensable. I can bombard you with words. Let me tell you. And you'll do that. I'll share a list of vocabulary with you and you'll find it. By the way, let me come again with those words because important is a very repetitive word. And you guys should have multiple synonyms handy with you. You concur that? You agree with me? Right? Okay. So, which words might be some technical glitch at your end? Gauri. Am I audible to all of you? Yeah, because
Yes, ma'am.
okay, because Gauri is mentioning that she can't hear me. All right, some technical glitch at her end. So, as I was mentioning important, I am coming again with the words like significant, vital, crucial, pertinent, pertinent, pertinent. Okay. Likewise, indispensable. Indispensable means something which is that important that it is irreplaceable. Okay. Now, passive structures. Can you observe the passive structures on your extreme right northern end? Can you see at the northern end? Right? So, we analyze the data. The data was analyzed. Which one is the right form that we are supposed to use? Second one. We analyze the data was analyzed. Then academic vocabulary you need to use. I'm going to share the list of the same. Okay. Complex grammar structures. We know complex grammar structures. We know complex sentences. So not only she's beautiful but also tall. Not only she's tall but also beautiful. Okay. Then possibly, seems, appears, could. Okay, let me add this thing. Generally students forget that with modal verbs like can, could, should, ought to, have to, you have to use first form of the verb strictly. Have you ever heard I can done it? No, it's wrong because we always say I can do it. Okay. Now, accurate vocabulary. What is the difference between law and rule? You follow the rules and you comply with the laws, isn't it? If you will write,
Yes, ma'am.
comply with the rules, will it be correct? No.
No, no.
So follow the rules, comply with the laws.
Yes.
So it's all about right collocations. What are collocations? The words which frequently go together. I cannot say I drive a quick car. I would rather say I drive a fast car. Make sense, guys? Likewise, when you say that, it gained attention, gained goes well, isn't it? You can write some other word, but it would not suit. It would not sound good. So there are words which are meant to be together. I'll share a collocation list with you. You can just read through the document because I really believe when you go ahead with the file for your perusal, perusal means for your detailed reading. You know perusal? You know this word perusal? Perusal. Rekha, Gauri, mute yourself, please. Do you know perusal? Perusal. That's the spelling. Please write it down. That means for your thorough reading. Okay? Whenever we write in our mails that, PFA, please find the file attached, we can also write, please find the file attached for your perusal. You will see, you will witness that in the mails, I generally write perusal. Okay? So I am giving you enough hints that you have to use certain thing in this direction. Okay? So I am implementing things right in front of you so that the more you get exposed, the more you will be able to incorporate finally at your workplace or maybe in your daily life. Correct? Now precise facts, figures, a few years ago in 2014. So you can mention the reports if you wish to, and if you do not know, you can write approximately. Okay, you can take help of the word approximately. Clear? Now, I clearly stated please use third person. Okay, now how? Third person language, I clearly stated we survey the data was surveyed. Okay, avoid using I, we. Can we see these examples, guys? We administered the questionnaire was administered. So instead of the left hand sentences, you have to write in a way I've written. And be sure to use smooth transitions within a paragraph. What are smooth transitions? Those are termed as discourse markers or connectors. Now, what are connectors? Moreover, additionally, however, okay, furthermore, on the other hand, while, whereas, we have many subsequently, conversely, consequently, as a result. All these are discourse markers which really assist us, which really help us in writing in a good format instead of sounding repetitive throughout. And that's why we require smooth transitions between points within the paragraph. Now, proceeding forward, I'm scrolling down. Oh, that's an interesting part. I would love to discuss with you guys. Can you guys see these? Right? When we say we have seen the movie twice and now we want to see it again. Correct? Not only, but also, not only did my brother break his leg, but he also bruised his rib. What do you understand by bruise? Divyanshu, unmute yourself. What is the meaning of bruise, beta?
like rub होना घिसना
Wound? You're talking
head
about a
damage
wound?
होना yes
There's a difference between wound and bruise. Do we get a blue mark when something
yes yes
hits us? In Hindi, we say neel padna.
नील पढ़ना.
That's the bruise. When there's a blue mark, it's not a wound. Wound can be open wound, no? With blood, which can be seen. I'm not talking about that. It's a bruised leg. Okay? Likewise, let me impart you one word. There's contusion, when we say that, I got pain in my leg, contusion. Something inside happened. Right, Vathir? Is it clear? So, contusion in Hindi means gumchot. Okay? All right. Next, can we see moreover, furthermore, in addition, whenever we are adding information, please avoid saying and. Say moreover, furthermore, in addition, apart from that, despite that, besides that. Okay? In a lot many words. Likewise, for example, for instance, my favorite one is to exemplify. Instead of writing for example, you can write to exemplify. And the spelling is different. It's Exemplify. It's not exemplify, it's exem. It's EXE, not EXA. We can see in particular, we can see another reason, another point to consider is that whenever you want to add some pointers, you can say another point to consider is that otherwise, instead, in contrast, something opposite. In contrast. How can you say contrast in other words? Vathir, you have done that. Can you please tell us? How can you restate in different words?
In contrast, however, nevertheless,
Conversely, can we say? Conversely, remember that
yeah,
word conversely, right? I was looking
yeah.
forward to it. Okay. So, if these words are handy with you, they are here, you'll be able to incorporate. That's what I need. So, I'm gonna showcase the list of connectors and you will see what are the synonymous phrases so that you get clarity and you will be able to use them in your final exam. The more, see, it's not about, I would say, do not overuse. You should know how to maintain the balance. When you are, incorporating connectors unnecessarily, it won't work. You should know where to use, you should know where to stop. So it should be a mix of, it should be a blend of your simple, complex, and compound sentences. Clear? Makes sense, everybody? Okay. Like on the other hand, otherwise, instead, nevertheless, however, like smoking is injurious to health, however, 40% of the population still smokes. Okay, so there is a contradictory statement. Likewise, despite the fact, despite when you say, oh, it was great connecting with you, ma'am. So, how do I respond? I do not say same here, I say likewise. So, do I sound different? Yes, I do. Okay, everybody says, same here, same here. It was great meeting you. It was nice meeting you. Same here. You can say likewise. So, what is the point of, learning with Leesha ma'am if you are not incorporating the things? Okay, it should benefit you at your workplace or maybe in your college area, wherever you are heading in your life, it should be benefited. IELTS, again and again, I have been mentioning that IELTS is a skill. Through IELTS, you are learning a skill. And the more you will utilize, the more you will be benefited. And you will remember me. Okay? All right. Next is this one. How many of you are admirers of firstly, secondly, thirdly, lastly? I really hate it, to be honest. Really hate it. So if my kids write firstly, secondly, lastly, I don't like that. Can't we say first and foremost? Can't we say, for second point, can't we say another point to consider is that, isn't it? So it's all about good English, but if you want to, you can utilize basic words. I won't stop you. That's right there in front of you. But I would prefer if I have exposed you to better words, you can try and incorporate. Okay. Next is you can see whether or, either this or this. Would you like tea or coffee? Either of them will work, right? You can buy either this or this. So you should know. You should use it. But we don't. We don't use either or so oftenly. Vatir might be, but I'm sure not all the Indians do it. Right, guys? I hope I'm not wrong. Okay. Now, in fact, actually, in other words, namely, yeah, namely. When I ask you, what about your favorite celebrities? So you can say, I have a lot many people whom I admire, but namely, this. Can we say namely? If they ask you in the IELTS interview that what are the hotspots of your area, so you can say there are many places which are well renowned for, maybe shopping or maybe whatever you want to mention. But namely, these two are good. Namely. So you can take help of namely. Right? Now, now it really happens with people when, let's say, you are given with an essay topic and there's a word people. So now you are in a total loss of words that, oh, people. Can't we write individuals? If you're talking about a country with regard to the country, can't we say citizens? Yes. Okay. So हम लोग, it totally depends on how we are utilizing things. We have words, but just we need to juggle up with things. We need to have a mind boggling activity where we can fetch out words. So you'll have to practice and you should see where you stand in terms of fetching the words from your memory. Okay? Likewise, fireman, firefighter. Now, there's a flight attendant or cabin crew member. So you should know we can call them steward or stewardess. For female, it is stewardess. For male, it is steward. Right? Okay. Now, so it's basically mentioned to make you explore that you can write better words, avoid repetition, avoid imperative language. Recall that. Let's do that. No. Avoid very emotional language. Some people end up writing that. I absolutely detest. Detest means hate. It's wrong. Do not express your personal opinions too strongly. It seems that. Do not use over generalization. Everyone says that. Everyone knows that. Okay? It is commonly believed. How is it sounding? Okay, right? It is commonly believed. I'm not saying everyone believes it. Am I saying everyone believes it? No. It will be wrong. But if I am stating it is commonly believed, it is widely believed, it is better, right? That's what I'm trying to convey. Okay? Likewise, do not use personal examples in my school, in my college. No. Not correct. Colloquial language, no. Metaphor, no. Similes, no. Idiomatic expressions, no. Then some people write explicitly. This paragraph shows this. This paragraph talks about this. The topic sentence is this. No, we cannot afford to do that. Not at all. And do not start your sentence with numerals like 400 people died. Instead of that, you can use a neutral background statement like there were these many people, who faced this, who suffered this. Okay? Do not use non-specific words, stuff, things, lots. You can use factors, you can use parameters. Okay? I told that earlier. It is widely believed, it is commonly believed. Okay. Then, reader wants answers. So do not ask, do you know where the origin of tea is? And then you mention tea originated in China. So you're not supposed to ask the questions as I mentioned earlier, like I said before. Okay. Right, most people, we have this normal tendency. So we generally say, most people do this. It is incorrect. We can say most of the people. Generally, with most, we say the people. Either you write most people or most of the people. Some people write most of people. It is incorrect. Is it sounding okay? Most of people? No. Either you write most people or write most of the people. Most preferable would be most of the people. Okay? Like I said in the beginning, that not use expressions so on. Okay? Place adverbs within the verbs. I'll guide you how to do it. Then avoid phrases I believe, I feel, I think. It is commonly believed. Use adverbs also. Can we use adverbs when we speak? Yeah, absolutely good. If I say it is good, it is absolutely good. Is it making it sound better? Yes. If I say it is good, but if I say it is absolutely, you know, perfect, it is absolutely perfect. I'm sure about it. I'm pretty sure about it. Is it better, guys? Yes. Okay. Definitely. Yeah, truly. People truly believe that. People believe that. People truly believe that. It is believed that. It is commonly believed that. So these adverbs add a spice to your sentences. Like we Indians, as Vathir mentioned yesterday, Indians love spicy food. Okay. So, if we love spices, we should also add spices to our essays because change is the spice of life. Okay. And we are thriving towards little changes in our life. Okay. All right. I think I have covered most of them. Do not use informal phrasal verbs I mentioned and employ tentative rather than assertive language. You know, tentative language instead of assertive. This is possibly caused. Now you're saying this is caused by this. Okay? So use words which can, give you a glimpse of tentative language, not assertive one. I hope these rules are quite clear to you. है ना? We understood everything? Okay, now it comes to the doubts part.